Hey everyone. So there's an argument going on over there a second ago. He could make that jump. No, dude. So, if you missed our 12-hour live stream last Saturday, we did a live stream last Saturday to promote our Indiegogo campaign for the movie. If you missed it, don't worry, because we'll be doing it again this Saturday as well. So join us this Saturday at youtube.com/StonedGremlin Productions on our site, and follow us on Twitter as well at The Cinema Snob. We'll be going from 10 a.m. Central Time again to 10 p.m. And if you go to our Indiegogo now, this Monday's Snob episode is on there in the updates section. So if you want to see it early, head over to our Indiegogo page. It's part 1 of a Cinema Snob episode on the Cinema Snob movie. So that was fun to do. So go check that out. That's over there. Again, I'll be doing another 12-hour live stream this Saturday from 10 to 10 Central Time. And I'll be in Austin this week too, so go to doubletoasted.com because I'll be hanging out over there this coming week. So you were excited earlier when I asked if you were free to go see this movie.
Yeah, it looked like a lot of fun from the trailer, and just something dumb and fun, and, and it was. That's what I got.
Me and Brian were gonna go to this movie, but he's moving across town or something. He's moving to a new apartment, so he sent me a text saying, "Hey, we got a little bit behind." So then I was out at the store, so I gave you a call and was like, hey, Brian canceled, you up for seeing Skyscraper later on?
I was like, yes.
He's like, absolutely. I thought you would never ask.
Well, I probably would have tagged along.
Yeah, I mean, you would have been there anyway. Yay, Movie Pass and A-List AMC. Anyway, This movie is, if you've seen the trailer for this movie, you probably just know the scene where Dwayne Johnson jumps from, like, the crane over, like, 150 stories from that and onto the building, because that's really what they're selling this movie on, is that scene and that part. That really doesn't even come close to a lot of the absurdity in this movie.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably there at the top. I mean, it really probably is. But I mean, like, the movie is... I'm not even going to say that this is Towering Inferno meets Die Hard. It's Towering Inferno meets, like, one of the direct-to-video Die Hard knockoffs of, like, the late 90s. This is like Die Hard if the makers of Die Hard 4 made the first Die Hard.
I heard someone saying that when we got out of the theater. Someone was like, oh, that was like Die Hard.
In that it's in a building, sure, but just imagine Die Hard if when Hans Gruber was falling at the end, if about 100 feet down from where he started falling, he blew up.
I was like, oh, yes.
That's what you got here with this movie. In fact, I saw a late 90s Die Hard clone called Skyscraper that was starring Anna Nicole Smith.
Oh.
Only one person can save the people in this building, Agent Anna Nicole Smith. And when she's called into the scene, it's right after a serious lovemaking session.
Yes.
I saw that movie. That was a great double feature with that, and she did another action movie too called To the Limit, starring her, and her partner was Joey Travolta.
Oh, really?
Yes, they're related. Oh yeah, it was great growing up with Cinemax. Yeah, Die Hard's good, but can it have sex scenes in it?
How can we improve this movie?
Ooh, enhanced. So, Dwayne Johnson, it's one of those action movies that sets it up from the beginning where it's like in the past and he's like
It's a SWAT team.
Oh, okay, yeah, so it sets it up like one of those where like the mission went wrong and a kid got killed, so now he's retired and doesn't want to use guns again and things like that. So like, I mean, you've seen this countless times before in movies. In this, it's kind of funny because it's this hostage situation in this cabin with this dude who's got like this kid and mom held hostage. The cops on the phone, the hostage taker, he hangs up, and the cop on the phone's like, damn it, he hung up.
I know.
Plan B.
They were like, oh, can you call him again? She was like, I think he's done talking.
He's done talking. Plan B. And Plan B is to essentially send in SEAL Team 6 to blow up the side of the cabin and come in, and that doesn't even save him. Like, the mission is still fucked up. And then it's 10 years later. Dwayne Johnson takes a security job. He goes there with his family. His wife's Neve Campbell, and he's got 2 kids. And he takes this job at this new high-rise that is like if Elysium were a skyscraper. It's like 300 fucking stories. It's like the biggest building in the world. It's in Hong Kong. 30 of these stories is like a park. There's a zoo inside of it. There's this hologram room with like
with the mirrors.
It's like a hall of mirrors at the top of it. That it's like the climax to a Roger Moore James Bond movie. Like, this building's a fucking fever dream.
Yeah, when he goes into the Pearl, and then it's just like windows, and so you can see like right below you. I was like, oh, yeah, that makes me nauseous.
The top of it's this giant pearl, and it's got cameras on the outside of it, so it can basically just turn like, it can make it look like you're just walking through the air. And this certainly comes into play in the last act of the movie, because everything in this movie, no matter big or small, doubles back on the end. Like, whether it's that room, whether it's Neve Campbell figuring out how to work her cell phone, like, to fix it, you gotta turn it on and turn it back off again. Like, little things like that are like kind of doubled upon back at the end. And you know what you're getting into with this movie. It's
you know what it is. Like, if you've seen the trailer.
Right. If you've seen the trailer where he jumps from the crane onto the building at, like, first of all, that scene, okay, yeah, you've seen it in the trailer where he runs across the crane, again, like 150 stories up, jumps from that onto, like, the broken window on the building. It doesn't, what leads up to that is because that's how he gets in the building. That's like the first act of the film. And in order to even get up there to begin with, like, it isn't so much like, okay, well, he's got to jump from here to here. The elevator is like locked on there, so he has to climb up the thing. Like, not even like a ladder. He's just climbing up it. All of these citizens are standing there watching it like it's a monster movie starring Dwayne Johnson. Just climbing.
I'm watching it too.
Oh, yeah. Just climbing up this thing. Like, I'm sitting there like, if this doesn't end with Dwayne Johnson fighting Godzilla, I will be shocked. So he's climbing up like 100 stories on this, does these monkey bars above it to get on top of it.
I was just like,
yeah.
This makes me like really nauseous and nervous. And I was like, because he's doing the monkey bars, and it's like, like 96 floors up or something.
Something like that, yeah. Because, I mean, it's got to be above where the fire was, and the fire was at like 96 floors.
Yeah.
And then later on, though, when he meets up with Neve Campbell, and it's in the park area, where there's this bridge and there's this gap between the bridge. They're like, no, how do we get to the other side with the kids? And I'm sitting there like, dude, I just watched you jump like 500 feet from this crane onto like the fucking building. I saw that shit. It was in all the trailers. I saw it before I saw this movie. I'm pretty sure you could handle this like 10-foot gap in the fucking bridge.
I know. I was like, well, why doesn't he just jump? We just saw him do that in much farther distance.
He is a superhero in this film. He is 1,000% a superhero. You know the scene in Mission Impossible 4 where Tom Cruise is scaling the side of the building and he's got these specialty gloves that are helping Tom Cruise like stick to the building.
He just uses duct tape.
He uses duct tape. That's all Dwayne Johnson needs. This movie also serves as a commercial for duct tape, by the way, because like they even stopped to say that because they do a couple scenes out of Die Hard in this, like taping like a weapon to the back of their shoulder, and so yeah, it's just duct tape. He puts duct tape around his hands. He scales the side of the building because he has to cut the wire that will open the penthouse doors that has the guy in it who has a little like MacGuffin device that he needs. So he looks up on the screen. He's like, okay, where's the wire that I need to cut? Oh no, it's behind the circular fans on the
like the generator.
Yeah, the circular turbine fans that are on the fucking 150th floor. Oh no.
He has to jump through.
Yeah.
It's spinning.
Oh yeah. Like it's that scene from Galaxy Quest where they gotta go through that stomping room. That's totally what this is. And so the movie, again, like it's a cartoon. Like you're there for Dwayne Johnson doing this over the top, silly action movie in which, I mean, he could do a role like this in his sleep.
Yeah.
All right. So obviously he can carry a movie like this. He totally can. He's got the charm, the personality, he plays it in such a way that you just kind of buy everything this character is going through.
I think this is actually Dwayne Johnson.
Right, yeah, like this movie is full of just ridiculous shit, but Dwayne Johnson just is the kind of actor that, I mean, it makes sense he was in the later Fast and the Furious movies, because you just buy that he can redirect a fucking missile on ice with his arm, like he did in the last Fast and the Furious movie.
He's like holding a bridge together.
Oh, God, yeah, okay, so when Nev Campbell is going across the board, carrying a kid on her shoulder, from one part of the bridge to the next, he is holding on to the other piece of the fucking bridge, because he's not Dwayne Johnson's Hercules, he's Lou Ferrigno's Hercules.
He's holding on to it for like 5 minutes.
The movie is entertaining.
It really is.
Yeah, the movie is. It's... Because it is fun seeing him in a movie like this. It's a movie that is what it is. It's an over-the-top, die-hard clone that's got just situations and scenes that are on par with like a late 90s direct-to-video action movie. And either you're really going to be into that or you're not. Yeah. And so it, made me be like, oh yeah, okay, it's like watching a big budget Cracker Jack.
Trying to think of... Oh, nothing.
No, go ahead.
I was trying to think of other stunts that he did that were just so crazy.
Anything with his leg, like he's holding on to his leg at one point when he's swinging from the rope and his fake leg catches him. Yeah. This is a movie that, like...
he climbs the rope back into the window.
Yeah.
I'm like, geez, I didn't even think that's possible
to climb a rope into the window. I mean... Given everything else he did in this movie, I think climbing the rope is probably the easiest thing that he did in the film.
Without his leg, too.
Oh, with those arms? He probably
true.
didn't even need the rope. He could have just pulled the building closer to him.
Come here.
Yeah. Like, in terms of, like, recommending, like, to see this in a theater, if you can see this in IMAX...
That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, which we didn't, unfortunately. I don't know if this is showing on IMAX screens, but if it isn't, that's kind of unfortunate, because this seems like the kind of movie that would really be made for IMAX. Like, it wasn't playing on our IMAX, Ant-Man still was, but, like, no, there's scenes, like, where he's scaling that crane, where he's doing those bars across the crane. There's one part where, like, even my heart kind of skipped a beat a little bit, where he lost his grip on the crane and had to catch himself on the bar underneath him. And it was
I
like,
was like,
oh shit. Like,
yeah.
seeing that in like an IMAX or like D-Box would be really, really cool.
Unless you're afraid of heights.
That's why you definitely need to go see this. No, it would be really, really cool to see it on a giant screen like that. If that's not your option, if your option's not to see it in those ways, like, you probably don't need to rush out to go see this. Like, you could probably wait till it's at home so you can watch it with your other movies like this that were direct to DVD or made for cable. Like, man, the villains in this fucking movie.
Oh yeah, you're like, I think he's a bad guy.
I didn't even say that. I just said like villain. Because like, okay, we know who the one bad guy is because it already sets up right away that he's like the head of this team. But the ones that are like the secret bad guys, one of them is like dude who used to work with Dwayne Johnson who got him this job, and I was like, yeah, okay, all right. And the other, Noah Taylor, is, I almost wondered, I was like, is this like a red herring or something? Because like, it's so obvious he's a fucking bad guy. One, it's Noah Taylor plays one of, I don't know, the associates or the guy who runs the building. He's like, I don't know if this is up to code.
Charmed.
Charmed to meet you, The Rock. So he shows up. I'm like, it can't be this obvious, is it? It is. So Noah Taylor shows up looking like he did when he played young Hitler in Max. That was when I went, villain. Like, not even fucking trying in that regard.
I wouldn't expect this movie to be like, ooh, what a twist.
To have twists.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when he's revealed, I was like, same with the other dude too. I'm like,
yeah.
Come on, movie. Really?
Yeah, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. I thought the scenes were like, with the mirrors were kind of cool.
I was hoping they would come back to that, because before then I was like, it really doesn't matter that this building is so high tech. Most of it's on fire. There's an action scene in like the park area, but it could have been anywhere because it's all like on fire at that point. But when it got to that part with the Hall of Mirrors and like the holograms and things like that, then I was like, okay, now they're doing something cool like inside the building. There's a lot of cool stuff outside the building, like with the turbines and shit.
Yeah, the building does look kind of cool.
It does. Really, they should make this building. I mean, I won't go up in it because I don't like going up in skyscrapers.
Yeah.
But you could have a great time going in there if you want.
Yeah, I don't know if I would want to live there.
Oh no, no, don't worry, Heidi. I'd jump from the platform onto the building.
Yeah, I was like, well, how far would you go?
I would be Dwayne Johnson. I'd be on the ground. You'd be out the window with the dialogue box out your mouth, like, help! And I would be, oh my god, gotta call 911. She's trapped on top of the building on the 300th floor. It's on fire. Click. She'll be fine.
She'll be fine.
I did my part. Wait, Lloyd's up there? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Lloyd would jump out of there and land on his feet. He'll be fine.
From 300 floors.
Oh, yeah.
Just toss me, Lloyd. I'll catch him.
I'll catch him. I got you, buddy.
She'll be fine.
She'll be fine. I called 911.
Lloyd would be so scared.
He would be very nervous. Before it would catch on fire, he would love looking out the window.
Yeah.
He would really. That's an airplane, buddy. We're so high up, it's below us. Yeah, no, like I said, like, it's It's fine. The movie's it's entertaining enough. Not
I thought it was really entertaining.
No, it is.
I had a lot of fun at this movie.
It's not too long either. Like it's like an hour 40. Like it doesn't overstay its welcome. It's not one of those movies like this that's unnecessarily fucking 2 hours and 10 minutes.
I hate that.
It has no misplaced ambition to it. Like it again, not to repeat myself, it really is the kind of action movie it is. Like Brian, if Brian was here, yeah, he and I would have good. This goes along with like London Has Fallen and like some of the stuff Brian and I have like had a good time at. So no, if you don't get a chance to see it in like IMAX or a screening like that, I'd say you probably don't have to rush out to see it. I mean, what about you?
Yeah, same. I still had a lot of fun, like just going with my friends or something. Or,
Yeah.
You know, if you want to go to the movie theater.
See it in IMAX though.
Yeah.
If it's even playing in IMAX.
Yeah.
That would be stupid if this is not in IMAX, because fucking Ocean's 8 was.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say, like, see it. And there's other movies out there right now, but if you just want to have a fun time.
Yeah, it's better than Jurassic World.
Yeah.
Hotel Transylvania 3 is also playing, and I'm going to be seeing that tomorrow night. It was playing at a weird time tonight. Like, it was playing like too early for me and Sarah to go see it, so we're gonna catch that tomorrow night. Anyway, so yeah, we'll be back. Come see us talk about Hotel Transylvania 3, and come see us on the live stream Saturday from 10 a.m. Central to 10 p.m. See you then.
Bye.
Bye.